Don't be in love with someone. Oh, hey, you're here. Just a sec. I'll be right back. In all seriousness, I need to make an apology to you. Good morning, Space Cadets, and welcome to Moonfar. My last YouTube video was like months ago. If you can't tell, my hair's longer, I've got a few more wrinkles, and well, the weather's a little bit different. I want to start out by saying I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I uploaded, and you know, I'm gonna give you an excuse, and that's that I've just been absolutely deadbeat tired. There's a lot of stuff to get done. I'm trying to get it done every day, and I just haven't had time to make a video. I know if it's something that's important, I should probably make time to do it, but let me go ahead and tell you about some major things that have changed around the farm. The first one you'll see, the greenhouse is done. The greenhouse is done, the grow bed is built, everything is operational, sort of. I've been really struggling this last month as things get dark and things get cold, trying to come up with solutions to keep the greenhouse warm and to keep the plants growing. You know, a lot of farms this time of year, they just kind of shut down because the light is too short in the day and things just kind of stop growing. They don't die, but they don't really progress. And it's gonna be like that from now until probably mid-January. I can't afford to have that, so I did install some new lights over my grow bed. This is only half of them. I need to install the other half still, but they're on a timer. I've also started building some shelves with lights under them so that I can continue to grow microgreens. The temperature in the greenhouse has been pretty good. As long as the sun's out, we're 70 degrees in there without an issue, even when it's 10 degrees outside. However, as soon as the sun goes down, that's where things get a little difficult. That's the problem I've been working to solve, and I have a rocket mass stove, which is what a lot of people use, and they are very, very efficient burners. For a given quantity of wood, they produce the most heat, but the problem is I just can't burn enough wood to keep the greenhouse warm. My initial thought was to try and use it as a water heater, and it does sort of work as a water heater using a copper coil to exchange that heat, but again, I just can't get it hot enough to make a significant difference. I took out my second pool. One of them was empty because it had a leak somewhere and I hadn't found it. So I decided we'll just take that second pool out, and I put down another wood burner. This is the biggest possible wood burner I could find. It should be capable of producing 250,000 BTUs, which, if my calculations are correct, I should really only need 190,000 to keep this greenhouse at 50 degrees when the weather outside is 0 degrees. I picked up this wood for basically free. It was wood that someone had stacked and they wanted gone, so it's a little wet. But I do have some seasoned split firewood coming probably on the weekend, and that'll be really useful. I can burn them together. You know, the split firewood burns hot, but it does not burn for a long time, so that's why I wanted to get these guys, because I could get big logs that'll last half the night. In practice, though, I have not been able to get it burning hot enough and long enough to sustain that kind of heat. So the next thing I'm going to be doing this week is putting in a heat pump, which is going to take heat from the air, and it's going to superheat it and use it to heat the water that is going into my grow bed. I've got almost 10,000 gallons of water that would be great for holding heat and keeping this greenhouse warm if I could just heat it up fast enough so it's not losing heat. Once I get that heat exchanger, I'll be able to use it whenever the sun's out and the greenhouse is up to 70 degrees. We got up to 95 degrees in that greenhouse yesterday when I was running my wood burner and the sun came out, and it got super warm. If I would have had that heat exchanger, I could have raised the temperature of that pool significantly over those couple hours. Once I get that temperature up, if I can just maintain it at about 70 degrees, that'll help keep the greenhouse warm overnight. Even right now, the greenhouse only gets to be about 40 degrees at night when it is roughly 25 outside. So it is working, but I think that it'll stay warmer if I get the water warmer. One of the other things I did is I built a Quail Tractor. This is inspired by a farm called the Wildway Farm in North Carolina. This farm built these Quail Tractors as a way to raise their meat birds, and I'm using them actually to raise my egg layers. Boop! I had been raising my quail similar to everybody else in kind of a battery style cage, a short cage, with frankly probably too many quail in them. And I looked at that as one of the weak points of my farm. It was the kind of thing that when I looked at it, I thought there has got to be a better way for that. And so as winter came, I kind of culled down my flock and I took the best egg layers and I put them into this new Quail Tractor. And here they're able to experience all of their natural instincts. They get to dig in the ground, take dust baths, they get to run around and burrow in the straw, they get to hide and play with each other, and frankly, they just look so much healthier already, and they've only been in here a couple weeks. And the other thing that the farm got that I've kind of been hiding from you is my new livestock guardian dog, Murphy. Murphy came to me at about 9 months old. I've had him now for about 4 or 5 months, and I've been working with him and getting him ready to protect my chickens and my ducks and my quail. He's done a pretty good job, and you know, I don't want to brag, but I did raise 100 meat birds this season, totally free range, and just his presence kept them safe. I did not lose a single chicken over the course of that, 8 weeks that they were growing out here to a predator. Not a single. Oh, thank you, buddy. You go, boy. Oh, what did? Oh, yeah, good scratch. So Murphy is still a puppy. He's still learning what he's supposed to do around birds. And so whenever I can't be here to watch him, oh, you want this smoke? You want this smoke, huh? You want the smoke? Let's go, bud. Huh? 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 Hey, this is my feed. Yeah, that's right. Little wimp. So Murphy's still in training, which means I can't leave him by himself with the birds. So his tether, though, allows him to still kind of do his job, watch the birds, and get used to the little things they do so that nothing really surprises him anymore. Later today, I'll do some off-tether training, and we'll basically just work on him not eating my chickens. He is an Anatolian Shepherd. He's got a ton of energy, and really they don't really come into their own until they get to be almost 2 years old. So he's still got a ways to go before he starts settling down, and before I can really start trusting him with my birds. So that's all the things that have changed on the farm, and I'm really sorry that it took me this long to get you an update. I hope that if you're interested in homesteading or market gardening or aquaponics, that you'll follow along and I'll be able to show you some videos and give you more details on how all of these systems work. I think I've just about got everything ironed out, and I'll have a little bit more free time for making content soon. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.